So, the club is 50 years old this year, and I just want to give you a tiny bit of history to put the whole thing in perspective, okay? During the summer of 1975, Jack Cahill of Castlebar drafted a letter and had it circulated by the Westport Tourist Office with a view to forming the Mayo Sailing and Cruising Club. The first meeting was attended by 35 people and was held in the Imperial Hotel Castlebar. A committee was appointed and the current club name was adopted. The first and inaugural AGM was held in 1975, and very soon 2,000 punts was raised. With the aid of a Boardfalter grant, the current site which we're standing on here was purchased. Even though at that stage, believe it or not, for those of you who don't know it, the golf course road didn't exist. This road down here didn't exist. So if you were coming here via, you had to come by Barley Hill to get in here. So it was like a complete act of faith. There was no Rosmoney Pier, by the way, just to give you an idea, right? So it's very, very insightful for people to do that. So the club was set up, and just when the initial impetus of the club started to wane, Derek Jago, who I believe is here tonight, have I met him? Derek?
His wife is here.
His wife is here, right? Derek took up the post of County Architect with Mayo County Council in 1977. And Derek was a hugely experienced sailor and was instrumental in establishing a large and enthusiastic laser dinghy fleet. And with this surge of laser sailors came a crop of members who took the club to the next stage. Okay? The Rosmoney Pier was developed in 1978, and with the subsequent opening of the golf course road, the siting of the new club in Rosmoney proved to be inspired. Derek designed a modest clubhouse, which was officially opened in 1984, and there's a story associated with that. By the word modest it was a bungalow blitz building, which we all remember, which were, if you're standing on the patio, you're standing on top of it. But Derek wanted a more elaborate building, but he was overruled and pragmatism took its place, all right? I want to acknowledge the debt we owe to these people who went before us. Right, quite a lot of those people 50 years ago who stuck their necks out in the line, put their money on the table and the whole lot. A lot aren't here today. Some are deceased, some aren't well enough to come. But I really think it was a huge act of faith, and I want to put your hands together to thank these people for the work they did. And note, I deliberately avoided naming names because I'm afraid I'll leave someone out. Okay, so bear with me on that. Okay? I am the 31st Commodore of Mayo Sailing Club. There's a very impressive list of people on the glass over there. Of the Commodores who've gone before us. Now, when I was writing this speech, I thought, you see all these stuff on the Irish Times and rugby clubs 100 years old, and they talk about the golden years, right? And I sort of figured out, where's the golden years of this period? There wasn't a golden year, they were all golden years, right? Like, there's been developments of this club every single 5 or 6 years. Phenomenal work. Like, you could list them, you know, from there's been 3 versions of the slipway, there's been 3 versions of the hard stand, there's the trots, there's the clubhouse here, fabulous, and like the pontoon, unbelievable, the weather station. Where do you stop? Every single generation that's come through here has done fabulous work, and they all deserve your thanks for doing that. And I'm sure Derek, if he was here, would be delighted with the clubhouse that eventually ended up here, and pass our regards to him, please. All right? We've produced many excellent sailors over the years who have brought home honours to their club. And I want to acknowledge the work done by junior sailing here in the club and the people who organised it over the years and kept that whole thing going. Like, we're phenomenal, and again, I won't mention anyone because I'll surely leave someone out, but there's been international honours got for a lot of different sailors, and it's ongoing at the moment with regard to that. So, fabulous set of junior sailing, and it's as strong as ever, and it's going really, really well in the club. Okay? Another person I wish to acknowledge tonight was involved in the 2 most important days every year, and he's been involved for 30 years. And those of you who know me know the emphasis I put on those 2 particular days. Lee Moran lifted out, boats in and out, for 30 years in this club. And he's here tonight. I accident-free for the 30 years. That's serious plant being moved twice a year. Really serious stuff. And he got us through it for 30 years. No one lost a finger, no one lost a toe. Now, there's serious stuff going on, and really, really well done. And thank you very much, Liam. Thank you indeed. Okay. Now, we look forward, this is 50 years, but the next one is 100 years, right? So, like 50 years is really important. I was involved in the rugby club up the road, and it's a 100-year anniversary, and I was heavily involved in that. And 50 years is living memory. There's people I could actually approach and say, how did this happen, what did this happen? And they're still alive, and they were able to record and tell me stuff, right? In 100 years' time, there won't be. There'll be some people in this room, hopefully will be still here, but I'll be long gone anyway. But, so it's important that we gather what we have. At the end of my term, at the end of this season, I've a footlocker put together. Anyone who has a faded photograph, a faded letter, whatever you want, give it to me. I guarantee you, we'll put a big plaque on the top of it to make sure it doesn't get thrown out. We'll put a big lock on it, we'll put a code on it, it'll be 1975, and it'll be there for people in 50 years' time. God knows where we'll be. Now, the gas thing about 50 years' time, right? I live on the far side of this peninsula. On the government's plan for 2050, this is an island, just by the way, right? Global warming, we are standing on an island for the government plan for 2050 because of global warming. So who knows what will happen in 50 years' time, okay? So, I conclude, I just want to acknowledge again, I won't name names, but a lot of people put a lot of effort into, it's not alone tonight. Tonight is the first night of 9 days of action in this club, right? We've a lot of stuff going on here until next Sunday evening, week, right? So this is really a fabulous way of using this fabulous facility here, and we're really grateful for the weather and the whole lot. It's super. So I want to acknowledge all the people who helped me, not alone the current committee, where we drafted a special committee, a sort of steering group for not alone this event, but the events of Mayo, which are happening over the next few days. So I want to really thank them for all their help, and thank you all for turning up. I'm really looking forward to this night. I'll be sad when it's all over, but let's enjoy the night, folks. Thank you very, very much.